We've all been there, right? You buy this awesome, brand new, exciting toy for your cat, and what do? They play with the cardboard box instead. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise. This explainer breaks down the top 5 cat toys that have been seriously tested at home by real cat owners to find out what actually works.
We are focusing on toys that are pretty much guaranteed to get even the laziest cat up and moving. So if you're tired of watching those expensive toys just sit there gathering dust while your cat basically becomes one with the couch, this is for you. We're going to find the perfect toy to get their inner hunter going.
Okay, here's the secret to making sense of it all. According to our source material, every single cat toy out there falls into one of just 2 categories. And once you get this simple philosophy, trust me, picking the right toy for your cat becomes so much easier.
So on one side, you've got your passive toys. These are the ones you can just give to your cat to keep them busy all by themselves. On the other side, active toys. These are the ones that require you to get involved, which, let's be honest, is amazing for bonding and really giving your cat a good workout. We're going to look at 3 passive toys and 2 active ones.
First up in our passive toy category is a total classic, and it just proves that sometimes simple is best. It's the humble plastic spring. Now I know it doesn't look like much to us, but for so many cats, this little unassuming coil is like the peak of entertainment.
And what's really incredible here is the value. You can get a pack of 100 of these things for about 10 pounds. 100. The magic is all in their completely unpredictable bounce. It's that randomness that just perfectly triggers a cat's natural hunting instincts.
So what's the catch? Well, the pro is that their wild, erratic movement is perfect for keeping cats engaged and letting them practice those lightning-fast pounces. The major con? You will find these things everywhere. I mean, under the sofa, in your shoes, behind the fridge, everywhere.
All right, our second passive toy is another lightweight champion. You might actually recognize this thing. It's that woven mesh tube, basically a giant Chinese finger trap but for cats. It's made of a similar material to the springs, and it's got some of that same addictive quality. Again, they're super affordable, around 8 pounds for a pack of 30. But listen up, because this is probably the single most important pro tip from the source. Get the bright colored ones. Seriously, go for bright yellow. Otherwise, just like those springs, they will disappear under your furniture, never to be seen again.
So why do cats go so crazy for them? Well, they're incredibly light, so they skip and slide across hard floors super easily, which makes them great for swatting. The source also mentioned that their Maine Coon, a cat named Oreo, absolutely loves playing fetch with them. They're just the perfect size and weight for a cat to grab and bring back to you.
Now for our third and final passive toy, and this one, well, this one's a genuine surprise. It's not a cat toy at all. It was originally designed for dogs, but it has been brilliantly repurposed as this fantastic puzzle feeder to get your cat's brain going.
At 14 pounds, it's the priciest toy on our passive list, but it does something totally unique. You pop the treats in the top, and your cat has to physically bat the tubes around to make the food fall out. It really engages their problem-solving skills and satisfies that deep-seated instinct to work for their food.
The benefits here are just huge. I mean, it gives them great mental stimulation, and it can even help break down some barriers in a multi-pet household. You know, food has a funny way of bringing everyone together. The only con, if you can call it that, is that it does take a little bit of patience from you, the owner, to teach your cat how to use it.
But honestly, that training part is totally manageable. You just introduce the toy, use some really yummy high-value treats to get them interested, and then maybe gently guide their paw a few times to show them how it works. Before you know it, they'll be a pro, keeping themselves busy while you go make lunch. All right, let's switch gears and talk about our active toys, where you get to join in on the fun. And we're starting with the undisputed king of interactive play, the fishing rod. This toy is just amazing at mimicking a bird flying around, which, as you know, cats find absolutely irresistible. And for just 7 pounds, you get a ton of playtime. Now here's a great tip from the source. Try to find one that has a little pulley, just like a real fishing rod. It lets you adjust the length of the line, which is perfect for baiting your cat and really drawing them into the chase. Now this is super important. Please never ever leave this toy out unattended. Cats can get tangled in the string or even chew off parts like the feathers. So when playtime's over, put it away somewhere safe. And also remember to give your cat some breaks, especially if they're mostly an indoor cat, just to check their breathing and make sure they don't overdo it. Okay, on to our final toy, the flying propeller. And this is what the source calls a difficult recommendation. And why is that? Well, because while cats go absolutely nuts for it, there is a pretty significant catch.
And this quote from the source really just sums up the whole problem perfectly. The cats absolutely love it, but the toys themselves are just incredibly fragile. They don't last.
I mean, just look at this number. In only 8 months, 7 of the 8 discs that came with the toy had broken. That's a really high failure rate.
So what makes it so great then? Well, you twist the disc on, you pull the string to launch it, and it just kind of hovers in the air. The sound it makes is enough to get cats running in from other rooms just to chase it. It's incredibly engaging. The huge con, though, is that for 8 pounds, its terrible durability is a major thing you have to consider. So let's bring it all together. Here's a final look at all 5 toys. You've got the super cheap springs for when your cat wants to play alone, the puzzle feeder for that mental workout, the fishing rod for some quality bonding time, and the propeller for those high-intensity chases, if you're okay with the fact that it might not last very long.
At the end of the day, the best toy really just depends on your cat's personality. This list is a fantastic starting point because it's based on real experience. But now I'm turning the question over to you. What's that one toy that your cat absolutely cannot live without? Let us know.